Hello, Rich. How are you? Happy Groundhog Day. Hello, your fave Mex. Happy Monday. How was the start of you guys' weeks? My Monday was pretty chill, I'd say. Braulio, I'm doing good. How are you doing? Just a cozy Monday night. No complaints. Soon as I put my phone down, you go live. 6 more weeks of winter, of course. Yep. Like, no surprise that Punxsutawney Phil saw his shadow and we have 6 more weeks of winter. That sounds spot on, Punxsutawney Phil. Okay. Let's get you guys a trivia question. Hello, young Chazi. How are you doing today? How was the start of your week? Ready Frog, I had a good day. It was pretty chill. I worked today. I did some writing. Yeah, I mean, it was just very low-key, but nice. Hi, Big Haas. Hi, Jamie. Hey there, what's new? Not a ton, honestly. Life is good, working my 9-to-5 job. I got a new MacBook this weekend. Some of you know this, but my old MacBook, which I'm able to use currently, but it's very hanging by a thread. Thank you, Roger Hess, who's sending all those donos. Basically, the TLDR of my computer situation is that the Apple specialist told me at the store, you can carry on using this computer, but based on my diagnostic, thank you, Ernest. Love it. Based on the Apple specialist's diagnostic test for my computer, he's like, this thing could just straight up die at any moment. You know, it can operate, but there's something wrong with, like, I forget the phrase he used, like the circuit board or whatever is like sitting underneath the keypad. And he's like, you can keep using it, but I just can't really tell you how long it's gonna last, and it's probably not gonna last very long. So I was like, all right, well, sounds like I'm gonna be needing a new laptop soon. So I just went ahead and bought one yesterday to get it over with. Because the last thing I would want is if, say, I had like a brand collab that was like ultra strict and I had to get something done, or here we go, tax season here in the United States, you know, crunching the numbers, like running all this stuff, like ready to submit my tax return, and then my computer literally at that moment decides to die. And I can just picture these scenarios where I would be hoping my computer would survive and then it would just die and be a complete goner. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna cross this bridge now because it's inevitable and get myself a new laptop. Rated Frax says, sign the old one and sell it to me. No, I'm doing a trade-in with Apple. So they do a trade-in program where if you bring your old laptop in, they will actually give you, I don't think they like give you cash, but they credit your new purchase with the take back value. I'm not getting a lot of value out of my old laptop. They're like, we can give you $200 for a take back and apply it toward your purchase. So I got $200 off my new MacBook laptop because of my old, I will be bringing in my old laptop. They allow you to, they give you 2 weeks. Once you've purchased your new laptop, they're like, you can keep your old one, but if you want the take back credit discount, you have to bring your old one in and give it to us within 2 weeks of buying your new one. So I've got this old one for only another couple weeks, and then I have to say bye. Roger Hess, Ernest, Matthew Basketball, hello. Dalton is here. Hello, Dalton. Big Haas, could you subscribers don't have to ring the bell either. Street Kids United, Hannah the Beauty, how's your night going? Miss your lovely voice, I just got off work and made it, yay. Well, you made it right at the beginning. I've been on this live for all of 6 minutes, so I'm gonna be on here for still a bit of time. I wanna get you guys a trivia question though, before I forget. Trivia time. I'm tempted to kind of put it, I kind of like the floating trivia question by my face. I think that's kind of funny. Oh shoot, I'm playing here. Okay, let's get you guys a trivia question and then I will get caught up on your comments. So 1 second, my light is not cooperating. Okay, poll question. I just thought of this today. I'm sure I've eaten it, or I'm sure I've come up with this trivia question before. It's a food related one, which is why I said eating. Poll number 1. Guess which meat I've never eaten. Is it? Come on. Is it bacon? Is it in honor of Groundhog Day? Is it groundhog? Is it? Well, no, that would be an obvious answer. Never mind. I thought that'd be funny. Bologna. Or, come on. All right. Guess which meat I've never eaten. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Can you guys see the poll now? Boop. Do you see it floating by my head? Hopefully. Okay, now I gotta get caught up on the trivia, or on the, geez, I am discombobulated today. I'm so sorry. I gotta get caught up on this chat because I know I'm behind. Okay. Let's see. We're up here. Uh-oh. Sorry. 1 second. Roger Hess, I'm just going back to the beginning. It's like that Coldplay song. I'm going back to the beginning. Dalton, Street Kids United. Wesley is here. Ernest with the 7 likes. Mortal 23rd. Ewok, Rated Frog, the guy, DHRU Victor, Rated Frog, they take it back and take the gold from it. Yeah, I mean, they're gonna salvage something valuable from it, hence why I'm getting some kind of credit, but because this computer is of some value to them. Who's up? Mom is saying, was that the laptop purchased around the start of COVID? Yes, it was. I'm sad that it didn't last a full 6 years because I think it could have lasted longer. Honestly, I was telling this to Rachie and other people too. I was not the best caretaker of my laptop. I spilled multiple things on the keyboard. I remember having to like dab into the keys. I remember dropping it at least a few times. So yeah, it's the COVID laptop and now I've got a new one. Web Matrix, thank you. Jamie says, who are you taking in the Super Bowl? Who are you taking in the Super Bowl? I'm rooting for Sam Darnold and the Seahawks. Stakes Aside says, LMAO, Hannah looking like every member of a 90s grunge band today. Rated Frog says, yeah, Rachie has it on the screen. Did Hannah ever answer the one about the guest speaker at her graduation? I didn't do that one. I can do that one tonight. Kurt Good, hello. Inner Earth says, go Rams. Shawl Dog, Young Chazi, Bison. Kurt, I'm just hanging out and chatting with people tonight. Hello, Mia. Inner Earth. Kurt, I had a good day at work. Thank you. Hope you did too. Excuse me. Street Kids United. I don't think you eat pork, so I'm going to say all pork isn't healthy. I don't know, honestly. I haven't really studied the, I don't eat it because I'm vegan, but I don't know, like, the nutritional profile of pork, honestly. It's something I've never looked at because I just don't eat it. Shawl Dog, Inner Earth. Truck driver says, in my eyes, she is still the most beautiful woman on the internet. She looks absolutely stunning. Thank you. Stakes is high. Has to be bacon. Hannah's diet is very strictly halal. I have never said that I eat halal, guys. Also remember too, guys, the first option is never the right answer, which means I have eaten bacon before, many times. Street Kids United says, I've tried them all. Carla is here. Shaika is guessing alligator. All right. Clesio Domingos. Inner Earth is saying Seattle. E-Promo Trader. Thank you so much. LaShawn Walston. Good to see you. Danielle. Good to see you as well. All right. I'm almost caught up. It's like a bit of a frenzy when I'm trying to get caught up. Chosen says terrible. How was work? Work was good today. Work was super chill. Actually, you know what? Work was really nice because my team is writing a report right now, and we're each assigned a certain section or sections of the report that we have to draft. And then we are gonna like come together and, you know, review the whole draft that we've been working on. And we were at our team meeting today, and my boss was asking each of us, like, how are you doing with your parts? How are you doing with your like drafted sections? And our original plan was, let's get all of our draft pieces done by tomorrow, Tuesday. And I was like, I'm feeling, you know, on track. I can finish by end of day tomorrow. You know, it's a first draft, so it's not going to be perfect. Fun fact, Ernest Hemingway said the first draft of anything is shite. So I was like, if he's saying that, I don't feel bad about a crappy first draft. But anyways, I said I felt fine getting my draft done by end of day tomorrow. One of my teammates was like, yep, I'm good. And then my project manager was like, I'm not feeling ready, guys. And so he actually extended it out to, I think, end of day Thursday. So I was like, amazing. I have 2 more days to polish this up, and I'm not, you know, drop dead done tomorrow, end of day. I've got extra breathing room. So I was like, yes, my Monday got way more chill. Kurt, I'm rooting for the Seahawks. Thank you, Street Kids United. LaShawn Walston said, I had this alligator meat in Myrtle Beach. It was actually bomb. Ooh, interesting. Let's see, Matt Torrance. Hey, I can't believe it's Hannah. Why can't you believe it's me? I'm confused. I'm on here 4 to 5 days per week. Charles 2.0, that looks like the same flannel Sweet Pea had on in the movie Baby Boy. I don't know the movie Baby Boy. Steak Society says, wait, if you've never tried pork, how have you eaten bacon before? I have had pork. The first option in the poll, I guess I'm going to have to say this infinite times because people never remember. The first option in the poll is never correct, which means I have eaten bacon. I have eaten so much pork in my life. Stakes is high. That was you, Big Haas. Had them all except alligator. Also had rabbit, elk, bear, coon. Gonna try squirrel soon. No, not my favorite animal. Not squirrel. All right. Interesting. The Hezi Pharaoh. That's quite the conspiracy. I don't know. E-Promo Trader. No, I'm not a lawyer. Ernest, that's you. My favorite exotic meat is moose or kangaroo. Happy life. We got a mod here tonight. Amazing. Kurt, thank you so much. I was just feeling very like cozy today. There's some days where I feel a little dressier and I've got a blouse or whatever, and today was like, I just feel cozy. I want to feel cozy and hang out on my couch. Drink Elite. Matt Torrance, I thought end of day means end of December. Nope. EOD, end of day. Let's see here. We got Hezi Pharaoh, Missing Children, Aaron Dre. What's the mug say? So this is a local news outlet here in Minnesota called MinPost. And then on the reverse side, it says read local news with the shape of Minnesota in the O. Thank you, Happy Life. It's never, ever the first option, guys. I think I'm gonna have to say it at every single stream I ever do. Aiden is in Malaysia. Cool. Hi, Aiden. LaShawn Walston, wasn't it a black-blue flannel he was wearing in Baby Boy? No clue. The Hezi Pharaoh, Malak. Do you get more freckles during the summer? Yes, I think I do. Yeah. Danielle says you look warm. Yes, I feel very warm and cozy right now. Happy Life says, I will not be here long tonight. I gotta work tonight, overnight shift this week. Ooh, best of luck, Happy Life. You got this. Malak, Erin, Dre says she's a writer. David Kuhn, Hezi Pharaoh. Drink comforting beverages and discuss our interests until they align. Audie Meyer. My hair is about like to the bottom of my shoulder blades, I'd say. Not quite mid-back, but almost. I Spirit Box. Kurt Good. Good to see you, Kurt. Blue Neptune. Sir Ma, that's a dope cup, isn't it? I particularly love that the inside is red. It's like my Targaryen mug. Blue Neptune, Hannah, don't be upset with us. It's a mug. I'm not upset with you guys. It's chill. No worries. Kurt says, oh, I think I saw that. Nice mug. All right, I'm gonna turn on my show, Outlander. Aaron is asking, what's in the mug? Ginger tea. Let's talk football clips. You went to a great school for sure. I can see myself marrying a woman like this. I did go to a competitive college, that is correct. Andreas, OMG, grüß dich, wie geht's dir? Hello, Hamburg. Very cool. Oh, so early though, 3:20. Oh my goodness, excuse me. Scotty Bullard, hello. Blue Neptune, it cannot be 3:20 like anywhere. Yeah, the number of times I've actually seen the 3 o'clock hour in the morning, very few. Audie Meyer, thank you. These are a tradition on my live streams. I better turn this down. I'm not trying to get a copyright strike. Aaron Dre, ginger tea, just plain ginger tea. Andreas says, all is fine here. I love ginger tea too. It's so delicious. Yes. Bishop Bullwinkle, how was your night? Hopefully you weren't snowed in. No, I was not snowed in. We did not get snow today, at least here in Minneapolis. It was good. Actually, we had some nice, like, comfortable cold weather today. Bishop Bullwinkle sent the floating heart. Thank you. All right, I gotta get people on my dono list. Bishop Bullwinkle, half track drifter. Thank you. But yeah, Bishop Bullwinkle, I had a good night. I just kind of relaxed tonight, watched some TV, listened to music, ate some dinner. Very, very chill. Kurt says it's freezing here, Hannah. Audie Meyer, I am not going to close the poll just yet. I leave it open for about an hour. Half Track Drifter says adorable. Thank you. Walking on frozen lakes and rivers is one of my favorite winter activities. I love being on frozen, particularly frozen lakes. It's just very scenic and fun. Especially with my dog. What kind of dog do you have, Stakes is High? Andreas, sweat that people are happy about your ear. Oh, sweet that people are happy about your earrings. Are they not a full year in action on your sweet ears? They're over a year now in action. I started wearing these in December 2024. And now it's January 2026. Kurt says you were very awesome. Thank you so much, Aussie Shepherds. Smart dogs. Oh my goodness. Chosen, hello. You're laughing. Hezzy Pharaoh basically meant to ask, what does your wild side look like? I don't know who was asking that. Aaron Dre, Hezzy Pharaoh, ultra professional. I try to be. Kurt, thank you so much. This is my go-to hairstyle. Lots of practice. Blue Neptune. Oh, Hannah, I think you would consider adopting a wolf. Never. Red Skin. Where are the nuggets? Nere das Salas from Tota. I live in Brazil. Cool. Blue Neptune says, we came across one. Ooh, I'd be terrified coming across a wolf. I think they're really cool at a distance, but I'm not trying to actually have a wolf encounter in the wild. No way. XXSXO. I'd be clueless if you ate bacon as an Ethiopian. I mean, some Ethiopians probably eat pork, but most don't, I'd say. I would say it would be a little bit of a surprise running into an Ethiopian that eats pork. Ralph Munzo is, hello, I doubt that. Ujwal, Aaron, what is life without bacon? It's honestly fine and dandy. I've been vegan for almost 14 years, so that's 14 years without bacon. And I've loved the last 14 years of my life. They've been absolutely phenomenal years. Chosen, hello, Boo Boo, good to see you. Andre says, cold outside in Minneapolis, yaw. Yes, indeed. It is cold. And there is ice, more than one type. I'll leave it there. Kurt says, do you like baked large shrimp? Kurt, you know I'm vegan, so I think you know the answer to that. Audie Meyer, Chosen says LMAO. I know it's funny how people, I think they know I'm vegan, but then they'll ask me if I like certain things, and I'm like, I don't think you know what vegan means. Which is okay, I mean, no worries. Unc James, hello. It's been almost 19 years since I drank alcohol. I am in the, I mean, I don't have the same year count as you. What I was gonna say is I'm in the same boat as you when it comes to cutting alcohol. It is poison. It is toxic to human body cells. I want nothing to do with it. I don't want to waste my money on it. Spending my hard-earned money on chemical poison, no thank you. Huge risk factor for different things. Yeah, I'm off of alcohol and I have no plans to ever consume it again. I just have no desire to. And the reason why, it's like I've consumed like moderate alcohol from age 21 through, maybe May of last year. The last time I had it that I can remember was at my childhood best friend's wedding out in Annapolis, Maryland last year. And it's like, okay, I don't mind. There was an open bar. It was a really pretty venue. We were celebrating the bride and groom. But I consume health content nonstop. I follow doctors, I follow PhDs, I follow neuroscientists, people who study brain activity and chronic diseases and aging. And it's like all of them pretty much, all the people I follow consistently are like, stop drinking alcohol. It is poison. It's terrible. I mean, once in a blue moon, fine. But even then, I'm just like, I don't crave it. I'd rather consume something else. I'd rather drink water or coffee or tea or hot chocolate. And it's expensive. And it's just, I'm like, there's like no need. It's like frog legs. Like, I could consume frog legs. Am I going to? No, there's no reason to. All right, Kurt says I will turn vegan tomorrow. Aaron, Hezzy Farrow. Let's see. Unc James, that's awesome, Hannah. Way to go. Aaron, or is that just everyone at the co-op? Jay Blanks. Yeah, me neither. I like Coca-Cola. I know that's poison too. Yep. I don't touch soda. The reverse base. Thank you. Jay Blanks. Kurt, I love orange juice and pineapple juice. Steaks aside, I haven't had a drink in months. I miss alcohol. My ulcer is such an absolute buzzkill. Steaks stares wistfully out the window, holding back a tear. No. Oh. I mean, I guess just anytime something health-related happens like that, where your body, it's like you have an ulcer or you have pain or you have something, it's like, it's your body just speaking to you, saying, okay, something you're doing or something you're consuming is not sitting well. And yeah, I mean, I know in your case you were drinking a lot of coffee, right? I think you said you were drinking a lot of coffee and then had to lay low because of the ulcer. But the thing is, what I've realized is the things that get you so far are often the mundane, routine, boring things. So I was saying at a different live stream how I like eating clean, but sometimes it gets boring, it gets repetitive. But the thing is, I feel great, I feel healthy. And if it's like, if eating clean and healthy and pretty monotonously equals feeling healthy, getting good sleep, whatever, like, I'll take it. It's fine. Clayton, doing good. How are you? Tugs, Speedman, hello. Half-track drifter. Bedtime night when you get there. Thank you, Ujwal, Daniel Warren. Roberto Mendez. Hey, girl, haven't been for a while, but I've seen my favorite earrings. Yes. Nice to see your lives again. Yep, I will keep it going. No worries. Stakes is high, yeah, and the worst part, body tolerance for stomach irritating food tends to worsen as one ages. I just hope to retain my spicy food tolerance well into old age. Yeah, and it's like, maybe instead of wiping out a whole plate of spicy food, maybe it's just, you have to cut back the portion size or have it fewer days per week, but you can still have it. That's what my hope would be. JP, good to see you. Ujwal, thank you. Daniel Warren is guessing alligator. XXXO, would it be rude to think vegans are in vanity land? Some of them are, I'm sure. Vanity is not reserved only for vegans. There's vain omnivores, there's vain carnivores. I'm sure there's vain people who subscribe to keto. But yes, I'm sure there's plenty of vain vegans. Good evening, Andrew. Hope your week has started well. Yes, it was a very nice, relaxing start to the week. Thank you. Thank you, J. Manuel Rodriguez, I think. Ramirez, excuse me. J. Manuel Ramirez sent this Sunday. Let me get you on my dono tracker. Thank you so much. All right. Unc James, true stakes. I had gallstones last summer. Ouch. Madeline, Audie Meyer, I drink beer because it helps me sleep 4 to 5 hours per day. PTSD is bad. James Murphy says W's for unions. Hi, Egg Shen. How are you, Egg Shen? Drew Denzel, hello. Madeline, push-ups are going good. I'm still at 20. Thank you for checking in on my New Year's resolution. H Avatar, Arctic Duck, Bologna is the weirdest of them. Yes. Oh, I read too much about bologna one time and I was like, oh, I can never unread this. Let's see, gallstones. Did you need surgery to get them removed? Dragoliube is here. J. Manuel, love the earrings. Have a blessed night. Thank you for sending the ice cream sundae gift. I appreciate it. I was going to look up what are gallstones. Hardened deposits of bile. Ooh. What? Now I need to know what causes gallstones. Goodness. It says gallstones are solid pebble-like deposits that form in the gallbladder when bile becomes imbalanced. They are primarily caused by excessive cholesterol or bilirubin in the bile. Wow. Ouch. They sound really painful. They passed, thankfully, says Unc James. XXXO. No, I don't get into my own political views on here. XXXO. Jesus Christ says duck meat is your guess. Yaba, you're tartan. I love it. Thank you. I asked you that yesterday. Yes. My family tartan, green hunting, which is used for hunting fish, etc., outdoor hill work. Wow. I love that. Eggshen says, I passed a gallstone once, had to go to the hospital. Goodness gracious. Stakes is high. I'm glad to hear that. Seeing pictures of gallstones and kidney stones when I was younger made me a binge drinker of water. Yeah, seriously. I have been trying to be so good about drinking water. Because I'm like, ooh, I don't want any of that stuff. No, thank you. Dustin, great to see you. How's your Monday? Unc James says, I know, went to the hospital last April. Dang, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm gonna just update the thumbnail here. Audie Meyer, out of a wine cup, yep. Y'all drink your Stanley's cups. Madeline, you don't have to answer, but what do you have a religion? I don't really get into my religious views, but where I leave it is I was raised Christian. No way, Donis. Arsenal gonna win the treble. We'll see. Dustin, not too bad actually. Had the day off for a doctor's appointment. Nice. Oh, that's so good. Gulf Island Rock by Stakes is High Audie. LMAO, I asked Hannah a few weeks ago whether that was a brandy snifter she's using for water. Ung James says, yeah, golden rule for me. All right. Fallen Angel. Fallen Angela Pox? What did you say? Thank you very much. Justin, I had a lovely Monday. Very relaxing. Andre says, yes, Hannah, have a religion called Chelsea. XXXO. I wasn't thinking about the political side of it, just your social observations. Honestly, like my life has carried on as normal here in Minneapolis. I haven't been around the protests or any of the other stuff. So yeah, I mean, my life luckily is just carrying on as usual. Madeline says, oh, thank you. Okay, thank you. All right, International Scout Harvester. Half Track Drifter says I can't sleep. Yash Kutredi. Audie Meyer says, okay, sorry, just curious, no worries. Haha, Noe Donna says, did someone say Chelsea? Barf. Hannah, I ran the first time today in a decade. How did it feel for you, Unc James? That's awesome. If humans can breathe air we can't see, can fish see water? I don't know. XXXO with the thumbs up. Taylor Summerfield. Thank you. And, I mean, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. It's subjective. Kepler. Hello, Kepler. Stakes is High says, wait, let me take a guess. Hannah, did you go to Trinity or Yale? I'm confused about Trinity. I went to Yale, undergrad. Unc James, it was great. Kids were chasing me at work. Hi, David. Emma Watson, hello. All right. Looks like I'm caught up. Stasis, I was trying to think of schools in Connecticut. Okay, so there is UConn. There is Fairfield University. There is, oh, what was that other one? It was like our rivals across town. Colleges near New Haven. No, not University of New Haven. This is so annoying. Quinnipiac, QPAC. That was our, I remember my freshman year, QPAC was our hockey rivals. But yeah, there's UConn, that's probably the most famous one with Yale in Connecticut. And then there's QPAC, Quinnipiac. Caterpiggle, the real Emma Watson in the chat. I don't think so. Unc James, yes, I did go to Yale, correct. What was my major? I double majored in political science and German. Dustin, UConn is in Canada, says Kepler. Unc James, were you a member of Skull and Bones? I get this question all the time. When I tell people that I went to Yale, one of the first things they'll say is, were you in Skull and Bones? And my answer is, no, I was not. But members aren't even supposed to say whether or not they are. Unc James, Kepler, Stakes Aside, especially since I grew up in the same town as UMass. Nice. UMass, Amherst. Unc James says true. Super secret. Ooh, yeah, but you changed it. Woo! Okay, quick change. Next, dress red. Used for more formal events like dinner dances like Burns Night. Oh my god, I love this. This is so cool. Caterpiggle. Politics are wild these days. I know. What I find frustrating is it seems like everything is, well, not everything, but there's like more and more things, more and more topics that have become political. And you're like, oh my gosh, I'm tired of all this. Stakes aside, it's why I didn't like UConn. Their basketball program is enviable. James, I wanted to play basketball for UConn when I was in middle school. Yeah, they are elite. Johnny, hello. Let's see here. We got James, because I had a crush on Rebecca Lobo. I don't know who Rebecca Lobo is. Was she, I'm assuming she was a basketball player. Jay Blank says Massachusetts. Unc James says yes. All right. She was 6'7". I love that. Very cool. Audie Meyer, I went to the Marines instead of college. James, the kids told me that meme is over and they're doing a meme reset now. Ooh, okay. So apparently 6'7" is out, is what I'm hearing. I think that's funny. All right, Raj Kumar King is guessing alligator. So I'm gonna leave this open for another, probably another 10 minutes and then close the poll and let you guys know what the answer is. Daniel Keen, excuse me, hello. Antonio Salazar, it's great to see you. Just hanging out, chatting with people, watching Outlander. I decided to restart the series after a long time, a long hiatus. Caterpiggle Bologna has alligator in it. Doubtful. Unc James, I'm glad because they were tired that adults were doing it. Oh. Rajan Nadim, hello. Unc James, I love Outlander. Yes, it's so beautiful. Oh my gosh, I love this show. Even if the plot wasn't great, the scenery is just stunning. Omar Maxwell, you made it. Hezi Pharaoh. Bosco is in Sweden. Hello, Bosco. Arthur Lujano, thumbs up. Sawboss is asking, what is Outlander about? Outlander is about this woman who's a nurse who lives in Great Britain, the UK, whatever. During World War II, she was a nurse, and then she and her husband end up going on their anniversary vacation up to the Scottish Highlands, and sorry, one second. So this woman, Claire, she's a nurse, 1940s, World War II nurse, and she ends up going on an anniversary trip with her husband up to the Scottish Highlands, and she ends up going into this like Stonehenge formation thing, and she puts her hands to the stones and falls back in time to the 1700s. I think it's like 1750s maybe, but she falls back in time by like 200 years, and it starts from there, basically. She ends up in the Scottish Highlands 200 years earlier, and she ends up, stumbling into this Scottish clan, and then the Scottish clan has some activities going on, and like the British occupiers are there, and it's very interesting, like from a historical standpoint. Rajmo Diaz in Senegal, hello. Alan Charles, thank you so much. Unc James, I'm the secret spy for new memes coming out. Okay. Pete says fried bologna. All right, Unc James, gonna start reading the book Nightingale, also about World War II. Oh, cool. Sawboss, it's a wonderful series. I highly recommend it. It's also a book series. It's based on a bunch of books that this wonderful author named Diana Gabaldon wrote. Wesley, time travel is for nerds. Unc James, sounds like the show Timeless. Young Chazi says, I did that yesterday. I ended up in the 1960s. Pete says, I tracked down the old family farm, then I found the old family castle. What? We need more deets. Ooh, police. Matthew. Yes, I've had freckles since I was a kid. Yep, they've always been there. Andreas, politics. My sadness is high about that. I lost all trust in all big political people. Peaceful democratic action so far away. My sadness is high about that. I lost all trust in all big politics people. Interesting. In Deutschland oder in Europa oder in den USA? Welcher, how do you say politicians? I'm forgetting. Politician auf Deutsch. Politiker, der Staatsmann. Interesting. Madeline, favorite book and why? Favorite book is The Crucible by Arthur Miller, because it's a fictionalized account of the Salem witch trials. It's actually a play. It's a screenplay, but I had to read it as a book for English class in middle school. And actually, no, I had to read it in high school. And reading The Crucible is just a very good cautionary tale on like mass hysteria and believing people too quickly and no due process. It's just you point at someone, accuse them of being a witch, and then they're just gonna get thrown in the river or burned. It's just it's a fascinating read, but it's frustrating because you're like, dude, this is so dumb. Like these poor people who had someone out to get them and they were accused of witchcraft and then they were put on trial and their whole lives were destroyed. It's a very good cautionary tale because I feel like a lot of people can just, it's like get into a frenzy where it's like, that person's to blame, they're guilty. And I'm like, thank goodness we live in a time where we have due process. Like you are innocent in this country until you are proven guilty. Like you are not just gonna be sent to the bonfire or sent to the river or sent to whatever else they did, sent to the rack without any due process at all. So sad. Unc James, I acted as Proctor. Nice. Oh, so good. Pete says, still there actually. Old family farm was in Rhode Island. Okay. Andre says more all countries. Okay. Interesting. Back to the Future, second mod of the night. Hello, Back to the Future. Glad to have you here. Sorry, I'm just Monday night. Monday. I'm just fixing the screenshot here. All right. James, yes, I do speak German. I'm a bit out of practice. It could be better. Stakes is high. Pete's, Chip Broadhead, good to see you. Pete is still there, actually. Barry, a little flower is blooming on the heath. I don't think I know that. Rated Frog Hannah, if you knew a way to win the lottery, would you do it? I mean, if it was legal, sure. If it involved crunching numbers and running stats and all this stuff, maybe. But part of me wants to earn millions of dollars on my own merit. It's like, you don't just need to win the lottery. Like, winning the lottery is not the only way to become a millionaire. I mean, you can build a business. You can be on YouTube. You can come up with a great product. You can, I don't know. It's like, there's just, what bothers me about the lottery is there's so much like desperation where it's just like, oh, I just want to hit it rich. I want to hit it rich. I want to hit the jackpot. I want to get all this money. And it's like, I get that. It'd be really nice. But at the same time, it's like, you can also just like hustle and like work your butt off and manage money responsibly and invest. Like there's plenty of other ways to become rich. Yaba, Hannah, I'm wearing the same top shirt. Ooh, very cool. Very cool, Yaba. Yaba. 7, Majnu, Tortoise meant for you. Chosen, Hannah already hit the lottery. Thank you. Barry says, and that means Erica, Kepler, Gremlin, Unc James, Yaba, Chip Broadhead says, I know a way to win the lottery called putting money on. Barry says, Kelp, I'm just so extremely American. Trini, hello Trini. Audie Meyer, Kepler, winning the lottery is actually a rare way and very lucky based. Yeah, I mean, I just, it like irritates me at this point. It's fine. Like the thing is, it's like if you have a gambling addiction, then it's a problem because they're selling you on the dream and the hope of getting the lotto. And it's like, dude, no. Like, you're just spending so much of your money and you could be doing other things with it. Barry says it's a great song called Erica. Yeah, I've never heard of it before. Pete says most go bankrupt, though. Rated Frog says true. Back to the Future. Hey, Hannah, I actually put a total bet of $1,600 on the Patriots. Ooh. Wowza. Unc James, nope, not a Capricorn. Andre says Germany, you say you lost German, you say you lost practice, doesn't matter. I love it really when you start German words. Yeah, eventually when I have more time, I would like to do German language videos where I can, because I actually, with a lot of my videos in English, I will write out a script or some notes to follow while I'm speaking so that I'm not just rambling on and on. And I'd love eventually, when I have more time, to do German language videos where I like sit down and actually script out, and it's like the German rule or the grammar rules with German can be a bit like nitpicky, and I want to speak with proper grammar in my German videos. So yes, I will get to it eventually. Thank you, Bruzovac. I don't like your chances Back to the Future, but that's why they play the game. Unc James, Egg Shen. Can I change my vote to Duck? I don't think you can change your vote once you've voted. Chip Broadhead says wise words. Oh, Chica's here. Yay. How are you, Chica? Jordan, I honestly stopped because I never won, and true, they do really hard. Kepler. Yes, gambling is a very, 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 very serious addiction. And I've been around gambling addicts, and it's very sad to watch, honestly. Because it's just, you're like, this is really just, you're like, this isn't good for, this isn't going to end well. Like, you really, like, sure, there's a chance, but I'm the opposite of a delusional person. It's like, I'm like brutally honest. I have to live in reality. I need to know what's happening. I need to know the cold, hard facts. And it's just like the brutally honest part of me that lives in reality at all times is like, this is delusion. It's such delusion. And it's like the adrenaline and the, not the adrenaline, but there's another word. It's like that anticipation and excitement. Is it endorphins? Whatever. But it's dopamine. That's the chemical I'm looking for. It's like that dopamine of just like, you get the ticket and it's like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. This is going to be the time. This is it. This is it. I saw these numbers on my parking meter, and I saw those numbers on my Taco Bell order, and I saw this number come up in the news channel, and so like this must be my lucky night. And then it's like, then it's not. And then it's like, it's just this roller coaster of addiction, and I think it's just so frustrating to watch and so sad. Ugh, I don't want any part of it. Unc James is saying, Andreas, where are you from? Andreas is from Hamburg in Deutschland. Not a Sagittarius, Adi Meyer. Madeline is a Capricorn. Andreas is from Hamburg. Kepler, combine that with environment and alcohol. Yes, yep, a rushy, risky, fun adventure, and it becomes their own. Yep. I mean, if you watch advertisements for gambling things like DraftKings, I get so many freaking DraftKings ads when I'm watching football, because so many people watching football bet on sports. And when you watch anything that has to do with gambling, like a gambling app or something, there's usually a small kind of like, in prescription drug commercials, it's just like, may cause side effects, talk to your doctor, may cause pain, nausea, dizziness, or death, not suitable for people who are pregnant or whatever. And it's like, it's giving you all of these harmful things in the tiny text underneath the commercial. With gambling commercials, usually they will include a note about like, if you or a loved one is experiencing gambling addiction, call this number to access help and whatever. And I'm just like, it's so sad, because it's like, on one hand, they're giving you resources for gambling addiction in the tiny footnote of their commercial, but they're advertising that you should gamble at the same time. Jordan, generic. We got Bo Grisaf. Back to the Future. This year is the 250th anniversary of the United States. Yup. 4th of July is going to be a big one this year, guys. Why wouldn't the Patriots win this year? That's a good point, but I still want the Seahawks to win. Rich says because the Seahawks are better. Yes, on paper at least, like the statisticians are saying that the Seahawks are better. All right. Oh, so sad. Rachie says, great, watching Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Yeah, amazing. That is so awesome. I hope you're enjoying it. Wow. All right. Julio Valentino, hello, Free from Life. Wow, so colorful shirt. Yes, this is my comfy flannel that I wear often in the wintertime. Young Chazi, maybe tofu nuggets if there is such a thing. Seahawks. Kepler, used to gamble because I was caught in the last time trap. Your brain at some point is cooked. William Barry, good to see you. Oh, I gotta close this poll. Vote if you haven't. Last few seconds. Stakes is high. Gambling isn't that bad when it works. Oh, well, I'm gonna remove that. Audie Meyer, William Barry, stakes is high. Rated Frog says poll time. Yep, here we go. Rachie says Logan Paul also came out, and it was so funny to see him and his acting skills. Yes, Logan Paul. Love that. All right, we got Vino Jao. Rach, I have no doubt. It's hilarious. Eggshen, I've been gambling since I was 6. Ooh. John Bachelor, hi, beautiful, from Liverpool, UK. Nice. All right, poll question number 1. Guess which meat I've never eaten in my life? So, I have had alligator. That came in first. Second place, duck. That is correct. I have never eaten duck, as far as I know. So the right answer is duck. William Barry, wrestlers are great entertainers. I like the trash talking, me too. It's very funny. Ernest saying hi to Rachie, stakes is high. Wait, no, purchasing stock options isn't the same sort of lowbrow gambling. BMX fishing, Rated Frog. Yeah, I have had alligator. Lucky Anger from Indonesia, BMX fishing. Ernest says, sweet, I'm finally right again. Andrea says, haha, wrestling. I watched last time Hulk Hogan. Bacon, ham, pork says XXXO. All right, let me do another trivia question. Coming up with options. Stakes is high, guessed right. Duck just seemed out of place. Madeline, technically I just gambled and I won duck for the win. Rated Frog says, I'll try it next time I go to Thailand. I need to go. Good night, Hannah. Always a pleasure to watch, listen to your streams. Thanks so much, Ernest. Take care and have a great night. Yep, it was duck. Duck is the correct answer. Chazzy says, haven't watched wrestling since Owen Hart. If you know, you know. Audie Meyer, I've never had that before. Hannah, you should let Rachie join the stream. I've never seen you do a double stream yet. It's not going to happen tonight, no. But another time, possibly. Let's see here. Hi, Maverick. Romanista. Andrea says Owen Hart was great too. I've never heard of Owen Hart before. All right, here we go. This is at the request of Stakes is High. Why didn't this close? Hold on. Paul Rivera, are you writing our poll question? Yes. DSR, how are you? Good to see you. William Barry says, I saw Hulk Hogan lift King Kong Bundy completely over his head and held him there. J. Manuel Ramirez, thank you. Want to make sure I got you on my dono list. Okay. DSR. Oh, I was reading William Barry. Saw Hulk Hogan lift King Kong Bundy completely over his head and held him there. King Kong Bundy weighed about 8,000 pounds. Right. Back to the Future. Dono, wow. Yes. All right. This is going to be poll question number 2. Let's see if you guys can get it right. Oops. Trivia time. User, hello, mate. How are you? Yes, we're almost to 100 likes, Back to the Future. We're at 82. We can definitely get there. Poll question number 2. Guess who spoke at my Yale College graduation? Was it, come on, John Kerry, Sonia Sotomayor, Kofi Annan, or Samantha Power? John Kerry, Sonia Sotomayor, Kofi Annan, and Samantha Power. All right. Trivia time. That's the advantage to being old. We saw more people, says Andreas. Yes, das stimmt. Luke Grigsby, Paul Rivera, Chosen. Yale, now that explains a lot. William Berry, I just looked it up. King Kong Bundy weighed 458 pounds. Dang. Davin Paul, Audie Meyer, what year? I'm not going to give you a year because I don't want you to go and Google it. Kofi Annan is my guess. If not, then Sonia Sotomayor. Yes. All wonderful people. Who was it? Who was it? Guess away, people. And remember, it's never the first option. I never put the right answer first in my polls. Because the first option is what all the people who just scroll through and then leave, they just pick the first thing they see and leave. So to counteract that, I put an incorrect answer first. XXXO says the Bronx Girl. Paul Rivera says Hillary spoke at our graduation. Very cool. Where did you go to school, Paul? Vote in the poll, everybody. I kind of wish I would have put it up on screen here. Maybe I could. Chosen, the sophistication exceeds the personality. Thank you. You here in the Bronx? No. Nope, I'm not in the Bronx. There's 22 people watching this, but there's only 15 votes. So vote, people. Would it be easier is it easier for people to vote when they just see it on the screen? I'm kind of tempted to kill this poll and redo it so that people actually can see it and vote, because I feel like people won't always do it when it's down in the chat. So let's just redo this because I want more people voting. Come on. Guess who spoke at my Yale College will I run out of room? Graduation. Dang it. At my Yale. We'll just leave it there. Graduation. We're going to do this again because not a lot of people were voting. John Kerry. Sonia Sotomayor. Oh, that's not how you spell it. Kofi Annan or Samantha Power. Guess who spoke at my Yale graduation? John Kerry, Samantha Power. Okay. There we go. I'm going to leave this on the screen and hope that more people vote. So, oh, I misspelled guess. I wrote geese, who spoke at my Yale reunion. Vote, 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 people. Which degree did you get? I double majored in political science and German. Jim Carrey, John Kerry. I would laugh hard if it's Samantha Power, since that is by far the least recognizable name on the list. William Berry, I think we're pondering that why the votes are not rolling. Hello, I caught your video again. Nicest Christopher. Vote early and vote often, says Paul Rivera. Yes. Rated Frog says I voted. Yeah. It's going way faster this time around. There's already 14 votes and it's been live for like a minute, so I like it. Vote, people. William Barry, stakes is high. William Barry chosen. Barry, is Rachie in Miami? No, she's here in Minnesota. Will is here. Hello, Will. Paul Rivera, New York football. Giants played in the Yale Bowl while they were building the Meadowlands Stadium. KC says, judging by your expression, I think it's a female. Danielle, remember Danielle, the first option is never the right option, so it's not John Kerry. XXXO, yes, German. Andreas says, voted for Kofi Annan. Chosen, nice. My cousin graduated in political science and has been interning for the Capitol building here in Lansing. Nice. Yeah, I loved poli-sci. Such a fun major. Alexander the Great is back. Hello. Welcome back to YouTube. Danielle, oh shoot, I definitely got it wrong. Rookie mistake on my part. Never the first one. Yep. I have to tell people at every stream, it's like, remember, not the first option you see. Not the first one in the list. Rose and Googie. KC, is Samantha related to Kenny? I don't know, Kenny. So what do you got against John Kerry? Nothing. I just had to put them in whichever order. And John Kerry was one of the options, and it's a false option, so it had to go first. William Berry says, total guest Sotomayor. Alexander says, I made 4 new short videos. Excellent. Keep going. Parth Jale is here. Hello. Back to the Future, I guessed Sotomayor. Parth is a software engineer. 21 votes so far. Has been sipping out of that glass for an hour now, but the water is still at the same level. Not true. XXXO, no joke, Hannah, if you know Amharic, I think I could link you up as the German ambassador for Ethiopia. I don't know Amharic, unfortunately. Adi Meyer, chosen. Parth, are you really? Barry, are those people politicians? Excuse me. I would say not all of them I would like describe as politicians, but they're all connected to politics in some way. Alexander the Great. What about Knight Riders? I don't know what Knight Riders is. Thank you, Rated Frog, for the bless you. I appreciate it. Blessed is thee. Thank you, Barry. Hello, Joseph. How are you doing tonight? I'm doing good. I'm watching Outlander, which is a very famous show set in the Scottish Highlands. It's also a series of books. And I made it a few seasons in and then fell off, probably because of just life events and traveling and moving all over the place. But I do love the series. But yeah, I'm just chilling and chatting with people on here. Roberto Torino. Let's see. Knight Riders is a TV show. Okay, never heard of it. Christian Ladder. Birch Josh, Roberto, Parth, Christian Ladder, Jaden loves God from New Zealand. Hi, Jaden. Silver Star, Paul Rivera. Did your graduation speaker also speak at Choate the same year? No clue. Stone Papa Smurf, just bet my condo on Samantha Powers. Her power. XXXO, 19th, 20th century German history amazes me. FYI, Same. It's absolutely incredible. Barry, there can only be one. Knight Rider David Hasselhoff says Andreas. Fedi Boabidi. Thank you. Roberto Torino. I'm a Highlander too. Barry says, oh wait, I'm thinking of Highlander. Christian Ladder. Yale London. Why Yale? So many reasons. Full ride. World-class education. Amazing people. Amazing campus. Just everything about it. Everything about it was just phenomenal. Every reason to go. No reasons not to go. Just getting to go to school with brilliant people, world famous professors for free, and study abroad opportunities also for free. Even the dining halls were they all had vegan options, and the culture on the campus is beautiful, very historic. It was founded in 1701. And just the people there, like the students, the faculty, everything, everyone there is so smart, but so lovely. Like just the vibe is so good. Crime in New Haven. So here's the thing. I stuck mostly to campus, and there's like campus security, and it's very like safe on campus. But yes, there's crime in the city of New Haven, but I just wouldn't get out into the city much when I was there. Roberto Torino. Ooh, we're almost to 100 likes. Let's go. Lithium is here. Alexander the Great. Chosen. Yeah, Yale is just out of this world. Out of this world. Yep, Skull and Bones. Yep. The Illuminati. Danny, no, not at all. Never. I don't like smoking and I don't like being around it. Chosen, thank you. Paul Rivera liked. Yep, we're at 96, 97. Alexander, I'm doing my short videos to talk about my sports teams. Cool. What are your sports teams? Are you like an attorney or something now? No, I'm not an attorney. I consider becoming an attorney, but I'm not an attorney. I'm a data analyst for my job. Stakes is high. Andreas is something. Roberto. All right. Straight Edge says Alexander. Paul Rivera says cool. All right, Audie Meyer. What did Yale do for this position? I'm confused. Alexander, nice. Jair Alejandro. Yes, Paul, great question. I got great sleep last night because I was tired. I could feel that my brain was not as sharp as it usually is last night on the live stream. I was like, I'm more forgetful and just struggling with the comments. Yeah. It's so noticeable when I am fully rested and on my A game and not fully rested and struggling. And I definitely was not feeling on my A game yesterday. Barry, tell us about your initiation into Skull and Bones. I love this. It's so funny because everybody knows about them, the secret societies of Yale. And yeah, it's so well known that people will consistently ask me about secret societies. Alexander had a bad dream. Audie Meyer, what was my major again? Poli-sci and German. BMX fishing. I want to show people. Still be famous like everybody else. Okay. Barry says hi to Back to the Future. Let's see. Stakes his eye says, dang, Barry, you're really pushing the skull and bones conversation. Yes, I know. All right. Alexander, how was your day going so far? Good. It's been a good Monday. Very chill. I was saying this earlier tonight, but so I'm working on a project team and we're drafting a report. And today on Mondays we have our weekly meetings. And we went around our team meeting today and gave updates because we're trying to get our first draft of this report done by, the original plan was end of day tomorrow. So we went around and I was like, I feel like I'm on track to get my parts of this draft finished by end of day tomorrow, Tuesday. And then one of my coworkers was like, yep, I feel like I can get it done by end of day tomorrow. And then the project manager who is managing this whole thing I'm working on, he actually was like, you know what, I'm not really feeling like I can get it done by tomorrow, so we're gonna do end of day Thursday. And I was like, yeah, my very low-key pleasant Monday just got even more low-key, so I was happy. It was like a very like pleasant day at work. They're coming for me, stakes is high, says Barry. John Schrodinger, Chosen. Paul Rivera, I can help you with your application to grad school. Oh, Paul Rivera, I don't think you know. You don't know the full picture here. I already went to grad school. I have a master's degree. Stakes is high. Wait, Hannah, every Yale grad I've met has a class ring. I have one. Did Yale still do that by the time you graduated, or had they moved past that practice? I do have my Yale ring. I kind of want to go and grab the bin and rummage through it, because I do have one. Let's see. I'm going to try and not be gone for too long because I hate hopping off screen, but I'd love to get it for you guys. Barry, stakes is high, BMX fishing. Interesting. XXXO. Fun fact, in the film Highlander, my friends and I had parts of extras. Whoa, that's cool. Paul Rivera, I got a pair of cuff links from George Bush Sr., but then I lost them. Audie Meyer, wait, no need to show it. I'm going to show it. Madeline, I'm a data analyst. Yeah, I'm going to grab it. Let's see. Oh, let's see if I can find this in this big old bin of stuff. Larry Middleton is here. Hello, Larry Middleton. This is pretty cool. So I have this watch. It's really hard to see though. It has Yale on it. Very, very tiny text. But I'd love to find my ring. I know it's in here. Takes his eye, says, nice. I have this it's all scuffed up, but I have this pen So if I undo this ribbon, it's 2 pens actually. So I've got a couple Yale pens. And then let's find this dang ring. It's somewhere in this bin. Alexander, when I was a little kid, had a project where I was working on my favorite George Washington something. Barry, she's probably got a skull dagger in there. You guys are so, your thoughts are so diabolical. It's very funny. You think I'm part of like the Illuminati. Oh, here it is. Dun da da da. Yay! Let's see. Wonder. Hale, 1701. If you look in here, so here's my Yale ring. I think it fits. Ring finger is best. But if you look, it's very, very tiny. But yeah, this is the Yale ring. It says Yale right there. And then inside, it says, if you can read that, it says, for God, for country, and for Yale. And it does have my name in here. Yeah, so it's a little too snug for my middle finger, but it fits my ring finger. LMAO Barry is hyperventilating right now while Hannah digs through her Yale archives. Barry. This is so funny. Yep, so I've got my class ring in here. I don't know if I have anything else from Yale. Let's see. I think there's other stuff, but I don't know. There's a pen. Oops. Brass rat looks cool also. Yeah, so there's my fun Yale stuff. Shopper, yes, I am gonna watch the Super Bowl on Sunday this weekend. It's crazy that it's this week. Just gonna put that over there. All right, that was fun. Let's move this. Stakes aside, even that iPhone came from Yale. Not true. Yale college football team, yes. Pictures. I do have my Yale grad photo. Let me go grab that off my Christmas tree. I have to be careful though. I don't want to show the graduation year on here because then you guys can cheat for the poll question. So yeah, there's my Yale senior photo when I was, it was the fall of my graduation year, I think, that I took this. Audie Meyer. Shopper says, I skied with a dude that went to Yale. That's really nice ring, says Dean. Yes, yes, you're using the baby Hannah member emoji. This is fun. I know, Paul. Yes, this is very fun to go through the archives here. Barry, John Donna, my bestie dated a guy who went to Yale. Cool. JD Films takes aside, wait, Hannah, violate your rule about not oversharing personal info. I haven't violated my rule. Care to elaborate? Stakes is high. Paul Rivera. Thank you, Barry. No, I don't wear a bun for formal photos. So, whenever I'm gonna have like my ID badge taken, like my photo taken for an ID badge, or I'm going to a wedding or any kind of event where I know photos will be taken, I like to wear my hair down in some type of style so that there's more hair framing my face. I just prefer that to be the look for my photos. Hello, everyone. Christmas tree and it's February. Oh, yeah. I keep my Christmas tree up until the last snow melts. So my Christmas tree is up for a while here in Minnesota. Danny, who did take on prom? Paul Rivera, I met a guy who rode for Yale. Everybody has like, I met a guy or I knew a guy or I knew someone. Like there's a connection. I'm a privacy lunatic, so I'm hypersensitive about sharing any personal info online. What personal info am I sharing though? Stakes is high. Dean, I bet you look nice with hair down. Thank you. Boxing Boy is in Scotland. Yes. I've been on a Scotland kick lately. I'm watching Outlander. I'm also obsessed with the reality TV show Traitors, which I'm sure you know is set in the Scottish Highlands. Be honest, Hannah, are you a vampire? You should know the answer to that because I have spoken on here many times about how deathly afraid of blood and needles I am. Going into medicine or nursing or any healthcare profession was never in the cards because I still, to this day, I'm better than I was, but I still get a little dizzy and kind of freaked out when I have to go in and get like, oh. I have my annual physical exam, just my wellness check with my doctor this month. And I know at that appointment, I'm due for at least one vaccine booster and routine lab work just to see how all the levels are looking. And I'm already like, oh. So no, I'm not a vampire because I could never live on consuming blood. No, 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 no. Chad Henry, how was your freshman year at Yale? It was great. It was like very, I mean, I just showed up my freshman year with, it was like, I want to get good grades, but I'm not here to get perfect grades. I'm not here to live in the library all the time. I want to have a great college experience. I want to make friends. I want to join clubs. I want to have fun. And I'll get fine grades, like A's and B's, but to me it was like, okay, I'm going to study, but I'm not going to just be like freaking out over getting like perfect grades all the time. Okay. Okay, Paul Rivera, Andrew Miller looks like my brother-in-law, captain of the Yale National Championship hockey team. Barry, I knew a guy who met a guy who saw a guy. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, vegan vampire. Exactly, yeah, but vegan vampire. Make it make sense. Alex Carey, Cleon. Shopper. Dean is here. Excuse me, Dean is here. Shopper says New Haven, Connecticut is cool. You ever go to NYC on the weekend? Yes, several times. We would, like, me and my friends would take the train to New York City. Barry, I don't know, Hannah, if I was a vampire, I'd say the exact same thing, so people wouldn't suspect a thing. Fair enough, but all I can say is I'm deathly afraid of needles and blood, and I am nocturnal. I love the nighttime hours. I thrive at night. I feel most alive and most mentally sharp at night, in the middle of the night. But yeah, the whole consuming blood thing would never work for me. Ari, take a guess. How old do you think I am? Paul Rivera says Metro North. Ooh, I'm watching an amputation. Ooh. Ooh, this is stomach turning to watch. Oh, brutal. Dean, Ari, you're close. Very close. A little younger. Barry, she's ageless. Ari, Shopper, 30. Higher than 30, lower than 35. Turn up the volume, says Paul Rivera. No. Ari, 32. You are correct with 32. I will be 33 this year in September. All right, guys, vote in the poll. I'm going to leave it open for another 5 minutes or so, if I can remember to close it. Adi Meyer, yeah. I can still watch it, but it's just like, ugh. Hayden Lars, where in Minnesota are you? I am in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Ari. Oh no, you're good. People ask all the time. All right, Hayden. The best part of Minnesota is Duluth and the rest of the Northland. I am obsessed with Duluth. I love being here in the cities. I grew up here. I was born here. But, oh, here we go. Oh, gosh. Ooh, there's this really scary character on here. He stresses me out. But what I was gonna say is I love being based in the Twin Cities. I was born in Minneapolis, grew up in the suburbs here, but I am obsessed with the North Shore of Minnesota. I get up to Duluth, I would say 2 to 3 times per year, but honestly would love to get up there more. And eventually, my plan is to own property up in Duluth so that I can bounce between Minneapolis and Duluth because I love both cities so much. Dean says, Minnesota, what? Yep, Shopper, Minnesota is all over the news. Adi Meyer, for pronouncing my name correctly. Maybe you did learn something at Yale. Tommy, Kale, Kyron Mitchell. I'm at the hospital. Okay, well, I hope that you're getting the treatment that you need at the hospital. Be with Kev. Oh, goodness. Let's see. Hayden Lars. I live north of Duluth. It's 8 degrees right now. Have you been to the Boundary Waters canoe area? No, I haven't been to the Boundary Waters canoe area. I would say I know the North Shore super well. I lived actually north of Duluth on the way to Canada. But yes, that whole shoreline going from Duluth, Minnesota to like Two Harbors, Beaver Bay, all the way up to Canada, that route I know very well and love it up there. Hayden Lars. Danny, I used to watch Hannah Montana when I was a kid. Good night, Chosen. Thank you for being here. Grand Portage. Yep, exactly. Small motorcycle apparel company in Duluth card, Arrow Stitch. Arrow Stitch. I don't know if I've heard of that. Barry says, goodnight, Chosen. Oh, the horror. Hi, Hannah. I got my keys to my house today. Only bad part is now I have to be an adult. Hey, though, based on what you shared yesterday, experiencing homelessness and now being a homeowner, like, that's major. That's a major milestone for you. I would say embrace it. Thank you, Dean. Your skin is so clear. It's not so much what I put on my face. I would say clear skin for me has been what I think has really helped is eating a really clean diet. I don't eat added sugar. I drink a lot of water. I don't eat fried foods. I just eat really clean, lots of veggies, lots of like tofu, plant-based protein. Yeah, I would say for me, skincare is mostly about what I eat, not about what I put on my skin. Yes, be with Kev, lots of lakes here. Paul Rivera, I played club soccer, so not varsity level and not intramurals, but this like middle level where we would travel, we would compete against other colleges and universities, but it wasn't as rigorous and we didn't have as many intensive practices as varsity level. So I played club soccer in college. All right, I am gonna close this poll, guys, and let you know who spoke at my Yale graduation. Baron North is from Wisconsin. Love it. Wisconsin is my second favorite state behind Minnesota. Hayden Lars says there's a ton of homelessness in Duluth. Most are one emergency or missed paycheck away from it, unfortunately. We have a huge homelessness problem here in Minneapolis too, and St. Paul. I mean, it's very sad. Even in this bitter winter, you can walk around, drive around, whatever, and see so many people who are just setting up camp outside in like these brutal temps. You're like, this is so, like so brutal. Okay. Second poll question. Guess who spoke at my Yale graduation? Sonia Sotomayor got the most votes. It wasn't Sonia Sotomayor. Second most popular choice, John Kerry. John Kerry was not my graduation speaker. Samantha Power. Yes, it was Samantha Power. She spoke at my Yale graduation. Audie Meyer, I am inviting you to my spring barbecue March 10th. I have a rule where I don't meet with people on the internet in person for safety reasons. But thank you, Audie Meyer. Barry, how many push-ups can you do now? 20. User, thank you so much. Hayden says, ew, Wisconsin. I love Wisconsin so much. Bear North, moved here from the south. It sucks. Oh no. Barry says, here in California, most of our homeless are crackheads. Oh, yeah, I mean, that's an issue too. Hayden, I go to Superior, Wisconsin and Ashland quite often. Yes, I love going to Bayfield, Wisconsin whenever I'm up north in Duluth because it's a pretty easy drive. I mean, maybe 45 minutes to an hour, but it's so scenic. Yeah, I love hopping over to Wisconsin. Bear North says it's too cold. John, you made it. OMG. Yes. How are you, John? Yes, Steaks to Tie. It was Samantha Power. Jackson Johannes, you made it too. Tomcat, I have not created a Super Bowl menu. I'm not really planning to, honestly. I'm planning on just like enjoying with some snacks. John Schrodinger, no. Don't think I get your question. Barry, you'll be doing 50 by December, no problem. That's the hope. I want that to be the case, yes. Shopper, yep, go Seahawks. That is my team. I want them to win so bad. Probably vegan wings, vegan chips, vegan water. John, how are you doing, Hannah? I'm doing good. Having a solid start to February. Happy Groundhog Day, by the way. Yeah, I'm doing good. It was a very low-key start to my week, and I'm curious to know, John, if you've ever watched the show Outlander. I decided to restart, like, to rewatch Outlander from the very beginning, starting yesterday. So I am now, I think I'm on episode 4 of season 1 still. Tomcat, who do you have winning the coin toss? I don't know. I don't care. John Schrodinger, I only eat strawberries with straws. Jose Vigo, Heavy Duty Ralph, hello. Audie Meyer says, why the governor and Senator Hawley will be here. I don't know what that means. No way wine is better than Pepsi, says Art Vandelay. I saw the first episode of Outlander, still have to see the others. Yeah, I made it through seasons 1, 2, and at least some of 3, but this was years ago. This was honestly like a decade ago when I was in college and loved the premise of the story, and I just fell off because of life events, and now I'm circling back to it. Barry, shoot, I need to do 100. I can't have a woman do more than me. Oh man. Yes, Jose Vigo. Apparently, Punxsutawney Phil saw his shadow, so there are 6 more weeks of winter. TG Sunny said hi. All right, guys. Dean says Outlander. Audie says thanks. McGates Studio. We've been talking about a lot of different things. Yale and football, Seahawks, veganism. Stakes is high. I just remembered it's Monday. Yep. Indeed. Start of the week. All right, guys. I'm actually going to hop off of here because there's a few tasks I'd like to knock out tonight. I want to say thank you to the donos tonight. Ernest, Roger Hess, Bishop Bullwinkle, and J. Manuel Ramirez sent gifts. So thank you for those guys. And I'm going to put a reminder in the chat here. A reminder that my next live stream is this Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Central Time, USA. Thank you for voting in my polls tonight, guys. Those were really fun. And I'm happy that I tricked most of you with both of them. Not bummed or anything, so stakes is high. Yep, Welp gotta go. Good night, Hannah. Yep, Barry, same. Me too. I gotta get going. Blitz the Seahawks served me coffee at Starbucks on Friday. Okay, John. All right, guys, that is it for tonight's stream. I'm keeping this one short because I got stuff I got to take care of later tonight. So I will see you guys on Wednesday. Thank you. There were mods tonight. Back to the Future, John Puntany, and Happy Life. So we got 3 and 4, actually. My sister, Rachel Gore, was here. There were 4 mods. So thank you to my mods. Thank you to everybody who voted and left comments. And to those of you who subscribed, thank you very much. Stakes is high. See you later. Shopper, good night. I'll see you guys Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Central.